But the same thing I asked Hunter, you know, it seems like throughout the season the defense has done such a good job picking up the slack when the offense didn't have things working. And Saturday, you guys kind of returned the favor. How nice of a feeling was that to be able to, you know, kind of, I don't know, carry the torch on Saturday instead of the defense?
Well, for so long, you know, our team is dependent on our defense. You know, we have a couple guys banged up, and you know, we're going deep into the depth chart on that side of the ball, and at some point, offense had to say, well, look, we'll put the team on our back, and you know, that's what we did on Saturday. You know, we had to pick up the slack, as what some people would say. But when you're on the field so often, you're a defense, you know, sometimes you get tired, and we had to continue to put points on the board, and that's what we did.
Jody, the last 3 games you've kind of really excelled. What do you attribute that to? Just getting more touches, or is there anything out there?
Well, I think it has a lot to do with just the offense clicking on all cylinders. You know, with me being banged up for some time and then finally getting back in the rhythm. You know, our head trainer, Mr. John Donaco, and training staff, they've done a great job of taking the players individually and, you know, doing what's necessary to get them back healthy. It feels good to finally be healthy, but I think it has everything to do with just our offense clicking on all cylinders, and you know, we're just rolling, you know, and like he said, the defense is out there doing their thing, and we're kind of finally paying it back to them. So
usually, especially for running backs, the wear and tear as the season goes on, and the more games and the more hits on your body, it seems like normally you break down. It seems like you're the opposite. You know, as the games get tougher and the stage gets bigger, you know, so does your performance. What do you kind of attribute that to?
Well, I think it has everything to do with our coaches getting us rest when they can. You know, we got to get our looks, and we have to work hard throughout the week, but they're trying their best to kind of tone things down when they can, and you know, we're getting guys in for people to get breaks, and you know, at the end of the day, it's about wanting it. You know, everybody's tired, everybody's banged up, but it's about what you're willing to do to get to where you want to go.
Jody's near the ticket office yesterday. A lot of activity up there yesterday. How excited are you guys to hopefully get a big crowd and just to be at this point?
Well, the fan base, you know, and the crowd, and the support from our fans is very detrimental to our team. You know, we're doing it for them. We feel like we owe Youngstown something. You know, for some time, we haven't really been able to execute the way we wanted to as a unit, you know, as a team, but now we're coming together, and we'd like everybody to be out there, you know, to support us. You know, we're going to give them something special, you know, and that's what we're working towards.
Jody, we've talked about the offensive line and how well they've been playing. You just, as the guy who runs behind them, talk about how well they're playing right now. What's it like to, you know, run behind them?
Well, it's amazing, you know. Like I can say, like last year, you know, we were banged up, you know, had a lot of guys down, and finally to just be healthy, you know, and in every phase, it's kind of like, you know, about time. You know, that's how we feel, and even when we weren't really moving the ball as well as we've liked, but we're finally rolling, you know, and it's going to take a lot to stop us, you know, and we don't plan on stopping, but it's a great feeling, you know, just knowing that our offense has been very versatile lately, you know, and we want to keep it going.
What does Wofford's defense what have you seen from their defense?
Well, we know that they're going to fly around, you know, they're pretty physical, but at the end of the day, it's not about them. It's about us trusting the game plan and preparing this week.
Should we talk about the strength of this conference? Because we talk about it all year, but then when you get in the second round of the playoffs and you're up against Jacksonville State, who's a 3 seed and undefeated, and they've got all these wonderful stats about how they play at home, and then you come in and beat them the way that you do, does that speak to the strength of this conference maybe more than anything, that, you know, any team from this league, you know, is probably better prepared than any other team that's not in this league when the playoffs roll around?
Well, I wouldn't take anything away from any conference, you know, because at the end of the day, you're not here at this stage of the game unless you're a great team, you know. But at the end of the day, we play a lot of great teams throughout the regular season, you know. Everyone knows about the Dakotas and things like that, and we're a pretty physical conference. So I think once we get to this level, you know, at this point, if you aren't physical, then you just won't be physical, you know, and I think that has a lot to do with the game, you know, this far in the season, you know, physicality, and that plays a huge part, you know, in our regular season. So when we get to this point, you know, it's kind of like, you know, a normal day for us, a normal game. We're not playing win or go home, you know, because that should be your approach to every game.
They like to run. You guys like to run. This could be a pretty fast game, can't it?
Well, hopefully. You know, our defense, they're looking at them, you know, trying to get every look, and we're looking at their defense. So, I mean, it should be a good one.
Jody, we talked to Hunter quite a bit about kind of how his season's gone, and you know, when he comes back in, I think it was week 7, and you know, outside of this place, it looks like all right, they're on their 4th-string quarterback. You know, there's a lot of faith that seems to be, you know, but not as much faith in him maybe as there was earlier in the season. What about you guys as a team? You know, you've played with him for 4 years now. I'm guessing you kind of knew what he brought to the table. And did you have to relay that to anybody else or the other guys and let them know that, hey, man, we're still in a good position. You know, we still got a good quarterback under center.
Well, at the end of the day, it's next man up attitude. But I mean, Hunter's familiar with the game. You know, prior to this year, he was the starter for 2 years. You know, so with Hunter stepping up, it's not like he's a freshman coming straight out of high school. He has to adjust to the game. No, I mean, Hunter is a great quarterback. You know, we were looking to rally behind him, and next man up. You know, what's he going to bring to the table? We knew that we had a leader in him, and we were ready to just get behind him and push forward.
Can you talk a little bit about the relationship between you and Martin? Two of the best running backs in school history, and the way you guys are feeding off each other right now, it's really been impressive to watch. You talk about that relationship between you two.
Well, Martin and I, we've played together for 4 years. You know, amazing guy, amazing talent. You know, like you said, we kind of feed off one another. You know, it's never a competition thing. That's the great thing about it. You know, so often you see guys, they want to compete with someone who's helping them strive to be better. But I think that we're both on the same page. You know, you make me better, I make you better. We make this team better. You know, I feel easily 2 of the better backs in the nation as far as FCS. You know, it's going to take a lot to stop us, like I said earlier, but we plan on going pretty far.